Hey guys, Andrew Lemoine. I'm the CEO of Autocorp Technologies and Car Loans Canada. We are a Canadian-based fintech company, and we're specializing in innovating the Canadian automotive industry and eventually the North American automotive industry. Happy to be here. Well, I think so many families out there, we're adjusting, right? We're adjusting and we're adapting. It's really all you can do in these times. Our days have completely changed. I've got two little girls, two daughters at home, and who are now both taking school from home. So they're doing digital remote school from home. Our entire company went remote, and so that was a huge adjustment. I think for the better. As a company, I can tell you that we are far more effective and efficient than we were pre-COVID. From my own personal days, I used to find myself in the car like 2 hours a day commuting into the office, right, driving home, stuck in traffic. I used to use those times to listen to podcasts and ebooks, but I just find a lot more efficient use of my time, right? And I can focus on more important things like health, exercise has never been better, diet's better. And so at the end of the day, we're adjusting, we're adapting, and I'm going to say for the better. Well, look, it would take a Netflix documentary to tell you the full story, so I'll try to sum it up in a couple paragraphs. I've spent my entire adult life in the automotive industry, okay? Right out of high school, I got into selling cars. I found myself quickly managing teams and then, eventually managing dealerships. I fell in love with the industry. I love it. I'm a millennial, and really early on, I just saw just a lot of archaic processes and just inefficiencies in the auto industry. And I saw it firsthand, dealing with the customers on the front line, selling cars, right, working in the dealership. And, utilizing these technologies in other areas of my life or interacting with technologies with other industries, it was always a big question for me, like, why aren't the same technologies and experiences that are available in this industry, why aren't they, available in the automotive industry? And so I left retail about 5 years ago and got into tech. I founded my first technology company. And, always with a mission. We've changed our offerings and changed some of our services throughout the years, but always with just, one kind of overarching mission, and that is to, make an impact and put a dent in this billion-dollar industry. We want to play our part in just pushing the automotive industry one step forward in terms of innovation. And just helping drive the whole industry just to the next level of retail and overall experience. Our company bleeds innovation. That's what we do. That's what we're obsessed with. Okay, so first off, we're obsessed with innovating. And so I think step one is we made a decision that that's what we want to focus on. We want to always focus and question everything, right? How can this be done better? How can we make this more efficient, right? How can a piece of technology solve this major issue that dealers and customers, are experiencing? We put ourselves in the customer's seat every single day, and you have to, because things are moving so quick. Things are evolving and adapting so fast that, something that was innovative 12 months ago, right, might be almost useless or just standard today. Okay, and so we always have to put the lens of the customer on, right? And look through the customer's glasses and just see what are they going through? What is the experience today? But we meet daily. We have creative weekly meetings. We're a team that really huddles, gets together, and we really put a focus on UX. And just we're obsessed with innovation. I don't know what else to say. You got to be. I feel like innovate or die. Well, it boils down to 3 T's, okay? Trust, time, and transparency. So everything we do, we focus on these 3 T's, right? We know that we need to save people time. It's the biggest asset today. So how can we save the customer time? How can we build trust? Our industry in particular, the automotive industry, is one that, historically has lacked trust, and technology is making it a lot easier right now and helping dealers and customers kind of build that bridge of trust. And then that leads me into the third T, which is transparency. At the end of the day, people need information, they need accurate information and processes available to them, okay? And they just want transparent answers and a transparent experience. So really, that's what we focus on is the three T's: time, trust, transparency. Well, look, like a lot of companies, most companies in the world, we went through a real scary kind of a couple weeks. But I think that what we did a really good job with our company is we really kept it to a scary couple weeks, not a scary couple months, not a scary couple years, right? We really just kind of condensed that fear. And then we decided as a company that we're going to take this time and we're going to really turn it into an opportunity. So how's, COVID-19 affected our business? We've grown by 400%. Okay, that's how. Was it scary at times? Absolutely. Look, for the first time ever, we served dealerships. Dealerships were shut down. Dealerships got closed by the government. This is where it got interesting. It started off that the dealers weren't declared an essential service. That only went on for about 5 days, and then they were declared an essential service. But they were told that they had to keep their showrooms closed. And so all of a sudden the dealerships were told, you are essential, but you can't serve people physically in store. In other words, you need to find a way to virtually and digitally sell cars and serve your customers, right? And so all of a sudden now we had the entire industry focus on the capabilities of digital retailing and digital touch points and serving the customers through these digital channels. And like I said, our company focuses on like the fintech side of those products, right? So how can we help people get proper credit education online, digitally? How can we assist with rates, with payments, right? With the financial aspect of buying a car and, shopping for a vehicle online. And so COVID all of a sudden took the industry where there was only a certain percentage of the industry pre-COVID that was really, getting ahead of the game, and a certain percentage of dealerships, and it seemed like a smaller percentage that was focusing on innovating. And now you have the whole industry saying, okay, so we either figure out a way to digitally serve and sell cars, or we go to business. And so at the end of the day, COVID is a nasty thing, and we're not trying to, make light of the seriousness of COVID-19, but what I am saying is from a progression standpoint and from an innovation standpoint, COVID-19 forced much needed innovation in the automotive industry. And in turn, our company was positioned in the right place at the right time, and we're scaling. We're scaling because of it. Yeah, unbelievable, difficult decisions. The most difficult decision of my career, right? More difficult than actually starting a business, right? Starting a company, I had to make at the start of this whole coronavirus, because here's what every single media, news outlet, publication, article, blog, paper was telling me to do. Everywhere I turned, it was shut down. Stay home. Close, okay? Conserve cash. Let people go. Stop. Like, at the end of the day, the message was stop, okay? And you're hearing that everywhere you look, everywhere you turn. Everywhere you look, everyone's telling you to stop. And so I had to make a decision to listen or to not, right? And so that was really difficult, because you have no idea of knowing if you're making the right decision. You just got to go with your gut. You got to go with your heart. You just got to go, okay, what's the worst case scenario here? Well, the worst case scenario is you're going to make the wrong decision and you're going to go to business. But you know what? We would have went out of business anyways if I listened to everybody and we just stopped, right? I would have lost good people. We would have lost good team members, right? People would have moved on. If we let people go for long periods of time. And so, yeah, it was a really, really difficult decision, okay? But we didn't sign up for easy. I don't think entrepreneurs sign up for easy. I don't think you start a company, right, and start a business because you're looking for an easy path. Okay, so yeah, we were faced with the biggest challenge and decision of our careers. Okay, and so what we did at our companies, we decided to push through. So we pushed through and we came out much, much stronger because of it. Okay, we did. As a team, as a company, right, we lost nobody through COVID-19. Not one. Not one. We didn't lose one employee through the whole pandemic, okay? We went through a few weeks where everybody took a little bit of a break, right, to find out what's going on. But even that, nobody really took a break, right? Like we worked through it, we pushed through it. So why? Because we knew that the competition right now, they're scared and they're stopping. They're listening to the messages. So they've stopped, right? They're all at home watching Netflix, stocking up on toilet paper, freaking the out, right? And so we had a decision. And so we made a decision to push through, to push on, to not stop, to actually push harder, to not slow down, to move faster. That's what we did. How do you deal with stress and anxiety? Look, more than ever, mental health became, so important to focus on as a company and an organization. And it's not that before COVID, mental health wasn't important. It always was, of course. But, I think for those of us that haven't experienced mental health problems in the past, it may not be something that you thought about as much as often. You respected people that had mental health issues. But look, I think we were fortunate in our company that we never really dealt with much mental health. We were a company that always did a focus and an encouragement for physical health. Okay, so we did something before COVID. We did it about 1.5 years ago, and it was inspired from Tony Robbins, but we implemented something in our company called the Power Hour. And what the Power Hour was, is it was an hour on company time, paid for every single employee, every day of the week, to go do something healthy for themselves. Okay, and we kind of had rules. You had to follow the rules, and it was either go to the gym and exercise, do yoga or meditation, or read a book. Okay, it had to be kind of one of those three things that you could use your paid Power Hour for. Now, since COVID, we all went remote, and so we had a really, really good thing going on at the office before, right, where everybody would break, take their Power Hour, go do their thing, and all of a sudden that changed. And so, yoga, meditation, like mindfulnesses became really, really, really important through all of this. There's a lot of apps available now. We really push it. We encourage it in our company. Like we have Slack channels, okay, like mindfulness and health, fitness focused Slack channels in our company that we've got we're using Zapier to hook up to Strava and Peloton and one of the Sync Tuition. Sync Tuition is an amazing, by the way, meditation app. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. A lot of people in our company use Sync Tuition. But look, there's Headspace, there's Calm, there's a bunch of them, right? But we're using tech at home to encourage and gamify health and mindfulness. And so we have again, Slack channels that ping and notify the team, Andrew just did a 30-minute meditation, right? Josh just did a Peloton ride or whatever. And so, we cope with it through talking about it, okay? Talking about it, encouraging it, and facing it. Communication and talking about it, putting it right on the forefront has become more important than ever. Every single day, we deal with them, Our competition is fierce, and what we do is we get up every single day, okay, and we stare right in the eyes of our competition, right in the mirrors every single morning. Because at the end of the day, you're only competing with yourself, right? We're competing with ourselves. We're competing with our mindsets. We're competing with our limiting beliefs, right? And so every single day we get up and we compete with the voice in our head. That's what we focus on. We focus on getting better and focusing on us every single day. I believe that we're our biggest competitors. My final thoughts would be, there's never been a better time to scale your company. There's never been a better time to start a company, okay? COVID has changed the world as we know it. And in doing so, it's created more opportunity than we've ever experienced in our lifetimes, okay? Not even just from business, but from personal. And I think what COVID has taught me is how intertwined it all is. We were taught that there's this balance. We were taught that there's this line between business and personal. And what COVID has done for me is it's really helped me realize that it's all one. And what you do in one area and what you're great at in one area helps you get great in another area. Okay, so look, I think it's showed us how disconnected we were before. I think it showed us how disconnected we were from ourselves, from our families, right, from our purpose. I think it's really forced us to ask ourselves some really, really tough questions that we never asked ourselves before. I think it's forced us to really take a look in the mirror and really take a look at who it is looking back at you. And you gotta ask yourself, is this the person that I wanna be? Am I the person that I wanna be, right? Am I becoming the person that I wanna become? And so at the end of the day for us, COVID has made us better people. COVID has made us a better company. COVID has made me a better father, right? COVID has made me a better leader. And so there's opportunity. There's opportunity everywhere you look, more than there ever has been, okay? My final thoughts is, more than ever, get out of your own head, get out of your own way, and start. Whatever it is, whatever that idea is, whatever it is that you've thought of doing before, that little idea that you had, and then you saw someone else do it, and you're like, I thought of that, right? Now's the time to make the move. Now's the time to scale up, because you know what? So many people are contracting right now. So many people are feared. They're scared, right? They're shutting down, they're stopping. And so now's the time that you start, you rise up, you push forward, and you make something happen.